It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Browns and the Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time. They've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up.
The season's still just getting started. We're off in week 3. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
Well, here it is, Kate. This is a weekly payoff to all the work you do behind the scenes. All those bonus reps as you stick around and try to develop that chemistry. Think Tom Brady and Deion Branch in the mid-2000s, communicating from just glances and subtle nods. That's the type of stuff they're constantly working on to give them an edge right here on game day.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start, now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. Escapes a defender. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 34. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
The Steelers set to punt it. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. On first down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! Steelers have it, headed the other way! And here I was just moments ago, Brock, thinking this dude is going to be impossible to stop. Bowling through defenders, which makes them forcing that fumble all the more impressive.
Yeah, you never want to tell your guys to stop fighting through tackles because he is, to your point, Kate, so good at it. But the longer he fights and stays up, the longer those defenders have a chance to fly in and rip that ball free.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 3 now. From the 32. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Steelers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. Jukes one defender. Cuts it to, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already, this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Pass play coming here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Back to throw now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns reach pay dirt for the first time this game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 1. Oh, he got free. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And the Browns pick it up. Oh, boy, they were very lucky to get a chance to tackle him there. Even luckier that they forced that fumble on what was an incredible run.
Quarterbacks do a lot of ball security drills in the pocket. Spend a lot of practice time, but not out in the open field. Well, not until next week when that QB is going to get a little lesson on the practice field.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, following the turnover. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back-to-back carries here. Juke the defender. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. 2nd and 13. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They're throwing it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
He's on, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And they won't be able to return this one as it sails out of bounds. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. First throw for the backup now. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 10. He's throwing deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to have the touchdown with field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give them some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing now on first down. Hauled in left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 from the 41. Here's a throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Steelers have it, headed the other way!
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything's covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. They kick the running back in motion. After the sack, another pass on second down. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That one's complete over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. Oh, he breaks another tackle. Uh-oh, lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Sending a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Dump off caught by his back. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Holding offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Here we go, 2nd and very long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Steelers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he'll find a little room to get this up to the 10. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run here from the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. The rookie from Florida in on that stop. 5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Browns will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They'll send their tight end right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Still on his feet. He fires one deep down the middle. Across his body, defender's there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. It's a 3-yard gain for him. That leaves 3rd and 14 now.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
He's dropping back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Brought in right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get it up to the 44. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Cleveland.
Motioning one of the tight ends. To throw here on 1st down. Looking right, and he finds him. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. It's the Browns, lined up with a 2nd and 8. From the 46. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Throwing it again here. Setting up the screen. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. They'll throw it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. From the red zone now. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Pass play now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal. Now looking to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and goal. And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers getting to take the field one more time here in the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. They'll throw to begin this drive. Completed over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Bengals who were able to pick up the victory at home. The Bengals get back over 500 as they win their 2nd in 3 tries. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Chargers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Seahawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. These two teams heading out of the tunnel, and we're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?